Welcome once again back to the lab. It is your old Professor Pilk, and well, a lot of you guys have been asking every time we do a video on Scarlet and Violet or one of the older games. Everyone always asks, when are we going to get more information on Legends ZA? And the honest answer is, I do not know. I never know. I get it when you guys get it. So the other night, I mean, we've been thirsting for this content. We've been waiting for information from Legends ZA. And during the World Championships recently this weekend, they actually just dropped this little video here on YouTube, which gives us a little bit more data. So let's check this out and kind of break this down and, well, really just talk about it, okay? So, now, first things first, it does say Nintendo Switch 2. Now, they did say that Legends ZA was going to be on both the Switch and the Switch 2. Now, a lot of people have asked, is this what the game's going to look like? And if they're advertising Switch 2, here's the takeaway. And I do want to preface this because this is, like, super important. Okay? Yes, this is probably test footage from the Switch 2. Having played this, I recently got a Switch 2 myself. Having played even Scarlet and Violet on the Switch 2 versus the original Switch, it is night and day. The differences are insane. So if you're on an original Switch and you get Legends ZA on the Switch, do not expect it to look this good. It's going to kind of look like Scarlet and Violet, maybe a little worse. But if you have a Switch 2, you're in luck. If you don't have a Switch 2 and you've been pondering it, I would say pick it up now. Anytime after September, you're really running the risk. It's going to be the big item this year for the holiday season. And I would say for the beginning of October, basically through December, you're not going to find one. They're going to be all out. People are going to be going crazy for these things. People are going to be scalping them like mad. The scalpers that picked them up back in June and have been sitting on them for months are finally going to have their day come like, October, November. So if you've been thinking about it, now's a good time. Reason I bought one is because of Legends ZA. I really don't feel like spending $70 on a game to then spend $70 again when I get the Switch 2. So just get the Switch 2, get the game once. And yes, that is worth noting too. The game is $70. It is not $90. That is a big thumb to the nose to Nintendo's new kind of marketing strategy. And my understanding is that's for the physical and the digital. Doesn't matter which one you get. So, one situation in which Game Freak really, I think, is doing things absolutely correctly. So I just needed to cover that. I needed to preface that because that's important.
Pokémon Legends ZA introduces link battles in a whole new style.
All right, I'm going to break in here one more time. So a lot of people have been asking, is this raid? Is this, what is this? It says it right there specifically. This is link battles. So like when you do link battles in the 2v2 link battles in Scarlet and Violet and things like that, this is a PvP event. Raids, we kind of have, I don't know if they're going to do raids in this one, but it seems like they do something similar with the whole rating system, but this is all PvP, 100%.
Get ready for intense 4-player mayhem.
4 players.
In the ZA Battle Club. The time limit is 3 minutes.
So it does say ZA Battle Club, so I'm assuming that you, at some point, will probably be able to work on your ranks through here as well as through other stuff. But we'll see how that. I don't think it's really obvious.
The match has begun. At the start of the match,
I don't think they obviously stated that.
Go on the offensive or collect items to power up with. Who knows where?
So that's worth noting. Notice that there's one person running around the outside that's doing all the power-ups. One person is very much just focusing on powering up and then coming into the attack. So it depends on, are you somebody who's going to be very aggressive in this battle mode, or are you going to be somebody who maybe gets a couple of power-ups and then comes in? I'm sure there's going to be a happy medium between those.
Here,
you substitute.
Takes aim and strikes with Brave Bird, but it's blocked by the steadfast shield of Protect. Gyarados quickly counters with Waterfall. It's super effective.
And okay, so it is not turn-based, and you can see up here all the moves that are basically going down. This looks a lot like Legends Arceus, where it wasn't really based so much on turns. It kind of was, but kind of wasn't. This looks like it's going to be very similar in that respect, but it's not turn-based, so you're going to have to be quick. This really is going to be more skill-based. Okay, one trainer down, 1 point earned. Now, I want to talk about you can't see it really because I'm in the way, but this little section right here, This is a lot like Legends Arceus 2 in the fact that you've got your different moves. You've got Charge, Thunderbolt, Thunder, and then Protect. And it really feels like that's going to be your A, B, X, Y buttons on your controller. So you're really going to have, it looks like timeouts here. I'm going to actually watch this. I'm going to back up a little bit in my footage and watch how this goes down.
Talonflame goes
right here.
down. The trainer who defeated it earns 1 point.
They're not really
But
showing
there's
too much
no
of it.
Time to relax. Ampharos mega evolves and
So it looks
immediately
like Protect
fires off
isn't up for
Thunderbolt.
grabs somehow?
A mighty hit.
I don't know. We're going to have to see how that plays out.
When your Pokemon faints, you can still rally and dive back in. This is still anyone's game. These trainers
Okay, so like with raids, if you're knocked out, you can come back in. It's not that serious. So let's keep watching.
are back on their feet. They decide to switch out their Pokemon.
Okay, so they switched up their Pokemon.
1.5 minutes left. We're
Dragonite's here. You know what's going to happen.
Ampharos's battle with Go-Go is heating up. Whoa, Furfrou barrels in from the side with Hyper Voice. Both weakened battlers go down.
Ooh.
That's 2.
So that was dirty, but it worked, right? Took them both out while they were battling, wait till they were both weakened, and then knocked him out, right? That was a great strategy, a fantastic strategy. So you will be able to strategize. You will be able to sneak attack people. And, I mean, it's a salty move, but it is what it is. 2 points for that. Salamence. Pangoro. Oh, Mega Evolved Salamence. You knew that was happening. So as soon as we saw Dragonite, we knew Dragonite was going to Mega Evolve, and Draco Meteor was just, yeah. Not a surprising move. Last 10 seconds, earned those 3 points. So really, really, really interesting. So this is, like I said, this is going to be your PvP. This was all, either bots or people playing, or, like it's hard to tell. But this was all, like, pre-staged. In fact, that character with the fedora is a character we've seen over and over again in adverts, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was all just programmed. But it's like a wrestling match, I guess, in that respect, because as soon as you saw Dragonite, you knew they were hyping that new Mega for Dragonite. Yeah, I like this a lot. I really do like this. It adds it's not just turn-based. There's a lot of, it's strategy, but you also have to have a certain amount of skill to pull this off. And I love the idea of sneak attacks. Like that is gonna make people legit mad. But it's a great mechanic. Fight me in the comments. It's a great mechanic. I think this is gonna be like Legends Arceus was. A huge refresh to the series. It's a game that's not like the entry-level base gen games like Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, where this is a game that's going to require some skill, and that's going to require you to actually think and, push forward. You can't just massively over level and crash through something. You can't just bring the normal everyday mon that everybody can look up online and build and, all that kind of stuff. I'm guilty of that too, because obviously for the raids and stuff, we do the raid builds so that people can build those raids. But when we're talking PvP, this is going to require people to really strategize hard and to really plan and to play their cards right. I like this. I really do like this. And again, everyone says Pokemon needs to change it up. Pokemon needs a breath of fresh air. This is it. But this is Pokemon growing up in a sense. So they took everything they learned from Legends Arceus and really kind of refined it here. So we'll see how it plays out. Now, the immediate concern is, how will this play on a Switch versus a Switch 2? And the honest answer is, will Switch 2... Well, the question is, will Switch 2 players have a distinct advantage? Probably. And that's what sucks. The answer is more than likely, yeah. But, it is what it is, I guess. I don't really have a better answer for you on that one. But, yeah. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Like, comment, all that good stuff. As we get more Legends ZA stuff, I will be bringing that to you. But this is exciting, and I really wanted to talk about it. So, are you guys hyped for Legends ZA? I sure as heck am. And we got, I think like a month left to go. I think they tell us here at the end. October 16th, so 2 months. 2 months, almost to the day that this was released. So, awesome. Catch you guys in the next one. As soon as we get more Legends ZA, we're going to be talking about that. And don't forget, those of you guys that are doing the raids in Scarlet and Violet, we've got the code coming up on Thursday, so stay tuned for that as well.